we are. I was like, Markus and Carmina are here. Like, come join, hang out, meet these guys, Spanish guys, and so here we are.
Spanish guys.
Just imagine you would know that you have like 3 years left.
Yeah.
How would you do things different? So it just it gives you some urgency, right?
Yeah. I would be going to Cafe Del Mar this Saturday. I would get VVIP, bro.
Like, if you think about it, Germany, US, like World War II, all of that stuff, like our grandparents sacrificed for a better future of their kids, you know, and then of us being here takes a lot of things that need to come together for you to be here right now, for you to be watching this right now.
Yes.
Right? So the question is this, like, are you living up to the debt that has been put on you to be here right now?
My dad's dad fought in like 3 wars. Luckily, he didn't die in the war, but actually in the Korean War, he paratrooped into the heat, got shot by an enemy in his face, in his mouth, and it knocked his teeth out, and it went out the other side. And as a kid, I was like, he would show us his scars and shit.
Wow.
A few inches, you would not have DJ Plies.
DJ, please.
Yeah.
A few inches, you would not have DJ Plies.
Wow. Yeah.
Beach in Rawai. It's actually called Naihan Beach, not Rawai Beach. That's where everyone goes for sunset. Volleyball going on, American football, soccer. That makes so much sense. Why do they call it football, right? You kick it with your foot. Hey, hey, hey! Hola, hola!
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Karina? Good to see you, amiga.
Let me give you a hug, man.
Of course. Long time, dude. How are you doing? Dude, I'm doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome. This is Amy.
Hi.
Amy, that's Markus and Carmina.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Wow, this is
And so I was like literally just changing the batteries. You're like, oh, he's walking in. So just filmed the one with Trevor, who's right here. He's my good friend from Chiang Mai, also in Bali. But I'll give you guys the tour. This is G. This is G, one of our cats. And so yeah, it's like 5 months old.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's her name?
And then that's Puff.
Puff and G.
Puff and G, yeah.
House cats. Nice
Yeah.
view, man.
Not too bad, right?
And the G.
Yeah, home gym.
Living that life.
Living that life.
Living that life.
Just living that life.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's this, and then sauna, ice tub, and power rack. Cooler to keep the ice.
Wow.
So yeah.
You have entire
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
We're like, are we right here? Like,
Yeah, it's
where are
it's
we?
really down some roads.
And the driver's like, oh, with like the big.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I can do it. My day.
Yeah.
My day to pay. So yeah, this is the Hustle Mansion. Yeah. We got Trevor here. Trevor, that's Markus.
Markus.
And so Trevor, you first came to Chiang Mai like what year?
2016.
And what about you? When were you first there? 17?
17?
Yeah,
Something like that?
Cool. We were there at the same time.
Yeah, we're just talking about like camp and
Maya
cafes.
Mall.
Maya Mall, man. Classics.
Chiang Mai.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. This is what I was telling you about. I saw this morning, like, I want that to be me, dude.
Last time I was on a jet ski or whatever. Like they have on the coast.
The sargasso.
Yeah,
That's what I call
Hola,
it.
hola, Coca-Cola. Bienvenidos a mi casa en Phuket, Thailand, amigos, gente.
Living that life.
Sí, sí, sí. Living la vida loca, hey. Dude, look at them right now. Wow. I want to be living that life. All right, cool. I'll give you guys the tour, the rest of the tour. Dude, I know. We need like a we need a zip line to go down to the ocean. We just live in
It's
that
very
life.
sticky.
I love
It is. We just live in that life. Shout out P.
Just
Smith.
You. I cannot think about
They love your theme song, dude. Thank you.
you.
This is our 3 best friends.
Where are these guys?
They're both in Bangkok right now. Parker and Danny are in
I
Bangkok.
never met him. Like nothing.
You guys have not
so
met
you are
Danny?
always alone, and I know that
Ah,
you're
well.
best friends or something.
Yeah, well, they sure know about you guys, and vice versa. But yeah, they'll be back maybe next week. And so yeah, this is the kitchen, and then back here.
Do you cook a lot?
Do I cook a lot? Just watch this. So there's the chef's kitchen. So we have a chef,
Nice.
cook anything. Well, actually, we had a chef the first few months, and then we switched over to meal preps because there's a great place. Oh, you asked me about it.
I asked you, yeah.
Yeah, Pure Prep. And so
Great.
it's great. I just ordered more today.
Show me.
Yeah.
So they.
It's like here.
With the calories and stuff like that. So
Everything.
you tell
The
me.
macros.
Toro. Dice Toro.
That's great.
Pure prep.
Sí.
Mi amigo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, looks great.
Yeah. And so yeah, you just order
It's a
whatever
lot
boxes.
better when you have the meal preps, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, I've been loving it. Yeah.
Double
And-
rich chocolate.
Yeah, double rich.
I'm doing the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
I
nice.
just got it like 2 days ago.
Dude, me too. I just got some more
Was running
yesterday.
out of it.
And so, yeah, you know, all the supplements, you know, everything. It's going pretty hard on that, you know.
GPS.
Oh, DJ Flies.
Ah, flies!
Flies. DJ, please. DJ Flies. No, I'll show you over here. DJ Kapunka.
Going until you play something.
Yes,
I
okay.
hear you so many times.
Well, I can do that in 1 second.
Yeah.
See. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Phuket. Coming straight from Bali, we have the one and only Markus Dunk. And don't forget the lovely Carmina in the house tonight. We got a lovely podcast coming up for you. We're gonna talk about living in Bali, living in Phuket. A little bit of remote closing. A little bit of nomad life. A little bit of Mexico City. And anything in between. Let's get into it. All right. And cheers.
Cheers.
Perfecto timing. Ladies and gentlemen, I already did the little DJ intro. The one and only Markus Dunk. The one and only Carmina Pa. Coming from Mexico. Hailing from Germany. And so welcome to Phuket, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Just came from where? Bali?
Yeah, from Bali. Well, actually,
From Kuala
Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur.
Oh yeah? Just do a little stop over there, check it out.
Yeah, we had to get
Oh shit, you're not even holding the mic.
check.
It's all good. Oh yeah, Carmina, turn it up.
All right.
DJ Carmina! That's so funny. I was like, Carmina, yeah, just like sit there. You'll be like part of the podcast. And then, but yeah, if you press those buttons, it may play copyright strike. No, I don't think that song will be copyright. It's weird to go from.
It was mixed by her, like she was like an individual.
Yeah, no, hey, that's a unique remix. You can't copyright that. But anyways, let's just do the intro again. That was even better. So, Carmina Pa, hailing from Mexico. Markus, the one and only. Shit, we've done many videos. So,
you.
in this one, we're gonna get into update with your business, the high ticket remote closing king. So I want to get an update of my referrals over to you guys.
Yeah.
My tribe, how are they doing? An update with your program. Is it what's the next evolution? You just came from Bali, traveling the world, and if you guys don't know, we met in Chiang Mai 2017 and hung out in Bali a lot. We had the whole trip in Cappadocia together.
Times.
And so basically lived together for a while and traveled together around Turkey, and that was epic. Yeah, that was so.
That was
fun.
good.
That was good. Come here, pick up the mic. And hold on, let me make sure that yours is on. Yeah, it is. And so, what are your impressions of Phuket? I know it's hard to beat Bali.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what you're gonna say now.
I'm waiting for someone to say that because it's hard to beat Bali. But
you cannot compare, right?
Yeah.
So it would be unfair.
yeah,
Your villa is great.
yeah.
And I think I have also a little bit of culture shock.
Mm.
And we've been like moving in the last couple of months, like very fast. Before leaving Bali, we did like a small trip, like on the island and stuff like that. It was like immediately Indo, blah blah blah. Then here, Kuala Lumpur, like mix of cultures, and then let's go to Phuket. And I had on my mind Bali. I was like, it's gonna be more relaxed, like
Bali
walkable. And then I realized it was not. But I love to be here because of you as well, because we can
gracias
meet.
mucho.
It's always good to see you again, especially it's been 2 years
Yes,
already.
since Cappadocia.
2 years, time is flying, so it's
What a few
time to
Zoom
catch
calls,
up.
but nothing like in person.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if we've done an official in-person real podcast, but we did that one spontaneous phone video in Cappadocia
Yes.
at the viewpoint,
Yep.
and that got some good views and some people to start working with Marcus, and like that was
Very
that
powerful.
working.
A lot
Like
of
for
people.
example, what's his name? Jared probably found that video.
Jared, we have right now.
Because that was one of my initial videos I did with you, and so some of my
Yeah,
subscribers who
exactly.
are aspiring digital nomads,
Yeah.
how do you do it? And so be a remote salesperson for companies. And so if you don't know about this, we're gonna, we've done other like master classes that like presentations or like, whatever, like workshops that go over like the details. So you can watch that after if you want to. Yeah, so Jared started doing
Been
remote
crushing it,
sales
yeah.
and still doing 20K plus months.
Yeah,
profits.
he wasn't
30K plus
30K
months.
profits?
Yeah, living
Wow.
that life in
Wow.
Miami.
So that's the so cool things with remote sales is like there's no expenses at all. That's 30K profit in commissions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No
awesome.
overhead or anything like that.
Yeah,
you know.
and then a couple other guys are doing well from my subscribers.
From your subscribers, so we have a few that are building up right now. For example, Travis, I think he just got onboarded with like a real estate company. They're doing everything remotely. He's in Thailand, by the way.
He's in Chiang Mai.
He's in Chiang Mai. He's in
Yeah.
Chiang Mai.
Travis.
Shout out to Travis.
Shout out Travis, yo, good stuff.
See you in the next call. The next group call.
Oh, nice. So you guys do weekly group calls?
Yeah,
Just like getting better at sales.
exactly.
Getting
Yeah.
better at closing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We have them do like a few practice calls. So I'm there, the team is
Nice.
there, and then we get them approved. Okay, so you go do practice, and then you get approved. So I tell you, okay, you're ready for a market, and then we're gonna get you introduced to opportunities.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so, usually, how long does that take? For someone to get approved and like, okay, they'll sign up for your coaching program or a mentoring program, course, school, business school. What do you even call it these days? It's like, yeah,
It's a mentoring program at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
yeah, cool.
It depends in terms of timeline. So we aim to get people there within 90 days to the 10K.
Yep.
Of course, that doesn't always happen, right? Sometimes people they get a lot faster. So if someone comes on board, someone like Jared jumps in like full time,
Yeah.
and it's just hitting the gas,
Yeah.
then it goes a lot faster.
Yeah.
Okay, but also not everyone has the work ethic that some have that do that fast. So, but for 90 days, that's what we're aiming for. And if you need longer, then I will just keep working with you until you get to the 10K.
Nice. Until you hit 10K in commissions in 1 month or total?
Yes, no, per month.
Nice.
Per month.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so dope. I mean, like hitting 10K, profiting 10K in a business as a solopreneur, as / freelancer, is special. That's a special level. That's been my dream to hit 10K. Like, I want to hit 10K. And you talk to so many digital nomads. Yep, just working on that. 10K month. Like I didn't get to 10K profit month until like last couple of years.
The thing is this, like I always say, like your ego is not your amigo, right? And for a lot of people that get into the game, they would like to have their own business because they're entrepreneurs, which I can understand. I love to have my own business. If you get into remote closing, you are a freelancer. You cannot in the business for yourself, but at the same time, you have a client, quote unquote, that you're closing for these high ticket
Right.
deals. So it's not really your own thing. And sometimes I just see people, okay, no, like there's the opportunity to get very good at it and get to the 10K. But there's still some people who just prefer to do their own thing and grind it out over like years. you know,
start their own.
It's not their own thing.
Store or
exactly,
whatever.
and I can understand this, and I appreciate that. But again, if you just want to live in that life, or you want to live it up, you want to make a good income, it's a good way to use it as a trampoline to get into your own business.
Exactly. This is so much faster.
Just think about this. Just think about this. How many skills do you need? For example, you're running an agency, right?
Yeah.
How many skills are involved in running that agency successfully to a point where you're probably making more than 10K, but to a point where you get to that 10K? How many different skills?
Yeah. Exactly. You need marketing, you need funnel building, you need graphic design, you need accounting, you need hiring, you need
running out of fingers here, 1 second.
Copywriting. Oh, it's infinite. And the same thing goes for starting any e-commerce business, because you're running all the departments of the company. Yeah, so
if you only focus on one thing and get very good at it, which is the closing part, the sales part, so that part which is at the end, you're just bringing the deal home. Marketing is done for you, lead generation is done for you, delivery is done for you. You just get good at that last part and you focus on high ticket. You can get to 10K. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's just a trampoline, but again, your ego is it's not your amigo, or your ego is your enemigo. Right? So
ego, nice.
I just one friend that actually she's here in Thailand. I just met her in Bali. I met her in Bali.
Nice.
And she told me I want to do this. She's doing his thing online, but not doing that well, right? As the potential that you can do, if you become that valuable, right? If you learn this high income skill. She asked me, I'm interested, but I also could do another things like building my own business. And I say yes, but you will need that skill as well to build your own business. It is a skill that you will need either way. You cannot skip it. And if you jump into the business first, good luck selling your business, because you need the skill. You cannot skip it. So that's something very important that sometimes people don't understand. And I think then they learn it, but they also took so much time that, it's life. We never know when we are gonna be here or not. It's also about time. This is a shorter way to do the things, especially from my case. Talking is coming from Mexico, I didn't have anything before. If you are in this place, especially if you don't have the money to do it, is when you need to do it the most. I don't care, find the fucking money, because this is probably your only ticket right now. And that right now, where the world is right now, this is your opportunity. So I don't care what you need to do, as your parents, get a loan or get whatever, but learn these skills, because it may change your life. It changed my life. And I will highly be forever grateful, and I would recommend to everybody. And I think you think the same, right? I saw the other day a video.
100%. And it changed Jared's life. And
we just got a message from one of our clients. Her name is Maya, and she is originally from Lebanon. South Lebanon, if you know a little bit about what's going on in the world. It's crazy with inflation and all of that, very difficult. And she actually, when she joined, she didn't know that she was pregnant. So she started with us. Yeah, we had an interview already with her. It's on my channel, on my YouTube channel. So we had an interview with her before, and I think she got, out of the top of my head, maybe she was at 7, 8, or 9K per month or something like this. And then she got a baby and kind of reduced her hours as well. And now she's just back on it, and she just sent a message that she corrected 12K. So building up from there.
Heck yeah.
And working only a few hours a day, because she still take care of the
only
baby.
A few calls a day.
It's not like she's working full time. She still had the baby, right? She need to put time into the baby. So it's just crazy how life can change.
And also, you do not need to be from a first world country.
Yeah.
That's another thing. We have quite a few clients who don't live in the US or in Western Europe or something like that. We have people from Mexico. We lately have a lot of Latins, Spanish speaking people who just absolutely crushing it on Spanish offers, because Dude, like the Spanish market is growing a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunities. So I see a lot of business owners, they have their thing that they do the offer in English,
Okay.
and now they're branching out, going after like Latins
Right.
in the US.
I see.
Okay, because it's a huge demographic.
Yeah, they just copy and paste their really successful program / offer. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they need, of course, like Spanish speaking closers in that sense, or German market as well. You know, I'm from
Yeah.
Germany, so I have tons of contacts in that market too. And you know, it's very easy. And if you're then a female,
Yeah.
okay, because also female, there's a lot of a need right now for like female closers, because there are more female entrepreneurs.
And
they want to have
female-oriented programs.
Exactly. And they
Yeah.
want to have females on the phone.
Yeah.
Right.
Female. Anything. Dating courses, fitness courses.
Yeah, it's
all
a
the
thing.
same thing.
It
Yeah.
is a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Female, you know, how to get that boy. How to get that dream boy.
Oh, yeah, the dream boy. Yeah.
How to get that dream boy, yo. Gonna come over. Oliver's cracking up. How to get that dream boy. Yeah, there's course for everything, and you know, one way to look at it is it's like you run a sales school, you know, you run a sales, you know, course. It's like only a few months, and like in college, if you were to take, you know, some business course or whatever, you're looking at like tens of thousands, and yeah, it's a school, guys. So
Yeah. And then the thing, like with school,
keep going.
think about this, okay? Is Harvard working with you until you crack the 10K per month, right? They're not giving you a guarantee that you're going to be finding a job afterwards, for example.
Oh, right, in college,
So-
yeah.
So it's like, really, what's your excuse? You know, if you come on board with us, again, this is not for everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So only if you want to put in the work, if you're coachable.
Yeah.
But you know, like, what's your excuse? Okay, if you really want to do it, like, I'm there. You know, we have the contacts, we connect you, but you need to be good.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to put in the work,
Right.
right?
And so what is the process for someone wondering, like, how do they get the jobs? Like, that's already done for you? Like, you line up like, is there like an interview, and like they have the company has the final say, okay, I'm going to hire, you know, Travis or not?
Yeah. So of course, let's just say, so someone like you have your own business, you're looking for a closer, we know each other, you hit me up, hey Marcus, you know what I'm doing. So like, hey Marcus, do you have someone that you think is a good fit for me? And because I know you know your business to some extent, you tell me what you're looking for.
Which
I go back, I
did already. And I was
which
like,
you did already.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Which you did already.
And
And I go back, look at my students, I'm like, okay, who of them is already like approved, who's currently looking at for a better opportunity, okay? Or, you know, who has already experience, if that's a requirement that you set, and then I just, you know, introduce you, and you can take it from there.
Yeah, and they interview you, if they want to hire you, cool, got it.
And if not, then let's
And
move on.
if for your students, then it's like, all right, and so you're basically, once they're ready, then you will just hook them up with interviews until they.
Yeah, that's one way.
I mean, that's first step, obviously, to start making sales.
That's one way. So the reason why I do like the improvement process, that I want to listen on how they're doing, is because if I introduce someone to you, and my name is on the line,
Yeah, right.
my reputation,
Yeah.
right? So that's one way how we can get access. And I'm part of multiple masterminds, so with other entrepreneurs, 7-8 figure entrepreneurs, and the biggest problem that all of these business owners have is finding good team members right now.
Yeah.
People who really want to go the extra mile, who are loyal, who are
Yeah,
honest.
finding rock stars,
right?
dude. Finding these, you know.
So they're happy if we connect,
Uh-huh.
right? So they're happy, our clients are happy, right? So it's a win-win, it goes full circle. So that's one way. The second way how we actually make sure our clients get an opportunity, and it's probably also the most common question that I get, is there's a process that we figured out over the years now, so we've been doing that already for a couple of years, on how to get the attention of a business owner. So if you following already a couple of guys or girls who have the business, entrepreneurs, whatever, there's a process that we show you how to get their attention and how to get them on a call with examples
Okay.
from other students who went through that same process. So we have a framework.
If you want to do some reach out yourself.
Exactly. And for that, I do not need to approve you. You can just go and do that on your own,
Yeah.
provide you all the resources. So that's the second way how we can go about it. So you're independent, because that's one of my biggest values, independency and freedom.
Yeah.
And then the third way how we can go about it is just the way how we set up the program it is very, very difficult for you to kind of be a lone wolf in that journey. So you have an accountability partner. Okay, it's a very knit, tight community. So if, let's say, your accountability partner or a friend that you make in a community, they're all growing together. The access is lifelong, right? So they're all growing together. And if someone's crushing it on an offer, they might as well just get you on board. If they say, because think about this, if you have someone in the community crushing it with an offer as a closer, this business is expanding. They're growth mode.
They're like, we can't take as much sales team as we can get. Like, we need 100 salespeople. Yeah,
they invest.
There's
in
a waiting list to get on a call with these. Yeah,
they invest in marketing. The marketing gets more attention in the marketplace, social media, most of the time ads. So they're getting booked more calls, right? And because they're doing well, they're spending more money on ads or on marketing, organic or ads.
Yeah, and they're scaling the shit out of it.
And they need more people on the phone. So if someone of our community is crushing it with them on the phone, who do you think is that business owner going to ask next if they need more closers?
Yo, Travis, dude, this program is awesome. The close rate is so high. Like, come get some.
And then Travis goes back to our community. He's like, okay, hey, my bro, like whatever, Frank.
Yeah.
Okay, he's crushing it he was crushing it in the practice calls with me. He's an awesome dude. He has the right values. Let me just introduce him.
Yeah.
So these are the three ways. We introduce you either way inside of the masterminds that I'm part of in the network. Then you go out there, apply the strategy that we lay out for you with frameworks, and we show you actually how other did it, how I did it with examples. And then the third one is just by you making the connection inside of our group. And that's, it's foolproof. It works over and over and over again. And the more people go through the program, the more we collect in terms of data to dial in that process to make it more predictable that it actually works.
Actually, like, I just have something in my mind. Like, I'm not gonna mention any names, but there's one influencer from Miami, completely killing it, Puerto Rican, Miami, and we do have, no joke, 10 of our clients inside his sales team. Basically, the sales manager is one of our clients, Mexican. We'll have an interview tomorrow with him. And he's leading all the sales team, and he's continually asking for clients from Markus, right? So we have like 10 of our guys there, and they all were connected basically because one of them, they first got into that opportunity, and then he was, okay, more of our people, more, because they love the way that they just
they're crushing it. They're getting results.
Yeah. Is this like some Andrew Tate, Hustler University came to mind, like some big influencer, like they have some business course, but it's not him.
No,
that was a random guess.
It's not.
No.
I don't even know if he's I only saw a couple of his videos, but I know he's like blowing up right now or something.
Sometimes like something that is really, really important is that when you're joining this kind of mentoring that you actually need to pay, you are not just like just getting a lot of value from the mentor you choose, but sometimes also like a real value that people don't realize is the people that you will meet, because you don't know where we're gonna be in the next years. It happens with us, right? We met like back in 2017 in the Nomad Summit, and we didn't know, we were there as a backpackers, Markus and I, and then like a few years later, like you never know where you're gonna be, and right, you create relations, and these relationships, like that you don't know where it's gonna take you. So make sure that you think about that, your peer group, the people that you're gonna meet, and this, is a really good opportunity for meet like more like-minded people. Like that's
Here's the thing, I just want to charm in there real quick, because that's a good point. You hear that all the time. You want to be around like-minded people, right? We all heard that before. I would challenge you and think about like be around better-minded people.
That's amazing.
100, yeah. They say you're the average of the 5 people you hang out around most, so you want to have those people where you're striving to be, richer, more successful, better life balance, all that good stuff.
And then also the 5 people you're around with most, you're the average, but then they are the average of the 5 people they hang around with.
It keeps going.
Right, so it's like, again, surround yourself with better-minded people.
Yep,
that's
it.
Fastest way.
So, Markus's school, everyone's going to be in the same boat, very independent-minded, travel-minded, very likely, and motivated. And then, you know, if you want to be a remote liver, world traveler, digital nomad, then boom, you can do that. And that leads into what I always say: come to Nomad Summit, come to a conference. And for example, I'm going to one in Bangkok on Affiliate World, November 30th. Get out here, so also do that. And would love to hear, I saw you recently doing some of your own meetup, or like some of your students met up or something.
Oh yeah.
Let's do that 2-minute break. Going to check the camera and be right back.
20 minutes later.
Let's go!
What does the master think?
Maestro, ¿qué dices? Nice. Okay, that was a good 2-minute break, which was more like 20 minutes. But that's good. What was I gonna say? Jumping back into it.
What were we talking about?
What were we talking
Where are we?
about?
What is my name?
Exactly. We just had a mini concert.
What just
with
happened?
Nina. She started DJing. We're like, DJing. Oh god. We have to put in some behind the scenes there. Maybe we get Oliver in here in the behind the scenes. He's filming right now. Actually, Oliver, this is a good time to get in it. Come join Carmina's microphone, and then we can my subscribers can meet my DJ coach. Oliver.
Get him in.
So Carmina is the next future DJ of Phuket, and so Oliver,
He's gonna
the one and only Oliver, ladies and gentlemen. And so we met it through Baba, through Shelter, through all the DJ friends, and he's like, dude, if you want lessons, like I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, come over. And so here we are. I was like, Markus and Carmina are here. Like, come join, hang out, meet these guys, Spanish guys, and so here we are.
Spanish guys.
Spanish guys. I mean Latin.
He's like a Spanish guy.
I mean,
Oliver is not
Spanish already.
Spanish. Oliver
Latin
is from
folk that
Brazil.
speak Spanish. And so, how long have you been DJing? Where's the microphone? How long have you
I've
been?
been DJing for more than 10 years now. Like, it's a hell of a ride.
Wow, more than 10 years.
Yeah, more than 10 years.
Oh,
I
shit.
started with 17, 18. Then,
Oh, so-
then when I was 20, I was already DJing professionally. Like,
Oh, like DJing, like doing
making money, making
events
gigs
and-
and so on, making events and so
in
on.
Brazil?
Yeah, in Brazil.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And then, so how old are you now? Am I older than you? I'm 33.
Not sure, I'm 33 now.
Oh, we're the same, dude. Hey, 33, amigo, el mágico número 3.
Magic 3, Magic 3.
Third level, yeah.
And then speaking of magic, so Magic Paradise is the thing. I'm telling you, it's like an event. At
Yeah, it's
Cafe
the
Del Mar.
party. I'm a resident. It's a party of a friend of mine. It's gonna be on December. It's a very nice event.
Oh, so what's the thing this Saturday?
No.
You're playing at another thing this Saturday.
This Saturday I'm playing Café Del Mar. It's the
Okay.
same venue, but Magic Paradise in December. It's like gonna be the whole weekend, like 9, 10, and
Okay.
at 10, 11, and 12, something like this.
Okay.
Or 9, 10, 11.
Genial.
So they're gonna have the pre-party Friday at Shelter, then the main party in Café Del Mar,
Dope.
and on Sunday the hype boat.
Hype boat.
Yeah.
Okay. Lit.
What is that?
It's
Party
a boat for like cruises and so on, like
Party boat.
party boat, yeah.
It's basically a big kind of catamaran boat or like a big yacht barge, and it's built for parties, like one of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on a good amount this year.
Oh, really? How you?
Living that life.
Yeah.
Living that life.
We just live in that light. And so, yeah, you've seen me, definitely seen some snaps on some party boats, but it's coming towards the end of rainy season, and so there probably gonna be more. Every weekend there's a party, a boat party, and so I love them. And so, okay, Café Del Mar this Saturday. They're interested, and I was like, check out Café Del Mar, and you happen to be playing there.
Yeah, Saturday.
Cool. It's going down. And then also, like, bros, if you don't know, like, if you ever go to Illusion, which is like the biggest super club in Phuket, the place right behind it, the after party like techno place, is Shelter, and Oliver's played there like many times, right?
Yeah. It's a very nice place for underground music here.
Yep. Maybe one day you'll catch me on the ones and twos in there. I gotta get a few more lessons.
Did you?
Get a few more lessons, but you know, we'll see. Perfect the craft, and so.
Let's do it now. It's not public. It's announced.
Yeah.
You announced.
It's announced.
It's gonna happen.
No, it was like I've already like it's like once you like meet DJ friends, then you meet their friends, which are all DJs, and then you like know so many DJs, and they're like, oh yeah, man, come play. But I need to be like confident enough and ready to play a venue. I just did my first paid thing, which is just like a little house party, birthday party, for like friend of a friend, basically. I've done many house parties, just my friends, but they don't pay me, of course. Like normally at my house or my friend's house. But yeah, as Oliver said, I've been DJing or doing music stuff like since 13. So it's just to pick it up pretty easy. Carmela, you're next.
I'm next.
I just picked it up.
Next up, Pig picks up and she's just
I will
mashing.
import Oliver to Mexico, to Tulum.
Oh,
and I'm
dude.
gonna. Yeah.
We gotta do Tulum. Okay, so this is a great one. Tulum versus Bali. I've never been to Tulum.
Oh.
What would you say if I just like asked you that?
It's completely different.
Ivanko. Same but different? No? I mean, it's hard to beat Bali, dude. Bali is...
No, it's hard to beat Tulum. Like, it's gonna be
Oh,
hard.
it's hard to beat Tulum.
Yeah, like...
But also, I think
Yeah.
Tulum is not what it was when we spent a lot
Yeah.
of time back then there.
Exactly.
So
Tulum, da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
Depends. Also...
No. I heard Tulum
I mean,
is
in
like...
terms of the beach, like I mean, it's out of question. Tulum
Mexico.
wins that.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, if you go at the seaweed season, then probably not.
I see.
But better parties, yes, of course, than Bali. The best parties that I have ever been. I haven't ever been in Mykonos, that I hear the party there is great.
Uh-huh.
But in Tulum, it's like...
But at the same time,
level.
all the party stuff and the drugs that's going on there, it just brings a lot of insecurity. So
Yeah,
that's kind of the downside. I guess it's probably not a single day where there's no shooting or something like that. So
Whoa.
in Bali, you don't have that. And that's something that I was telling Kamina about, like when we arrived in Asia. It's like, it's so good that, you don't have to always like look around your back, and all of that stuff. Because in Latin America, it's just, you want to have a different kind of awareness than in Asia, I think.
Yeah, there can be crime around the corner. I mean, yeah, and you go to America, you're in the main city, you're saying the same thing.
Right.
If you're in downtown areas, urban areas, there's like, I was just seeing this documentary on Vancouver, Canada. Normally, very safe place, but there's like these drug epidemics going on, and these drug addicts will come and rob you at knife point and rob you for your phone and your cash and everything. And it's like it's an epidemic.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's also all of that stuff happening because there's just a lot of necessity around the world with everything that's going on.
And COVID does not help the situation.
Right. So you really want to make sure that you get like on the right side of the coin during these days.
That's another thing, right? Like that, the COVID situation is it's started to getting hard for the people, right? Like the situation is getting difficult for a lot of people.
If your business is shut down and tourism is one business that got shut down and you rely on that, then money's gone. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's real out there.
So make sure you're in control of your own income.
Hey guys, and so back to that making income. Does your program have? Does your school have these in-person meetups, or is like what was that?
We were talking about the meetups.
Yeah,
right.
That's where we left off.
Right. Okay. So what we did a quick mastermind event when we invited a couple of my clients over to Mexico, where we have been at that time to record some interviews with them, have a good time, do a little bit of a mastermind, close some deals, and just show them around.
Nice.
And so this happens every now and then. We have these small meetups.
Nice.
We were just meeting with another client here in Rabai in Phuket.
Oh, nice.
Where we are right now. So it happens, because you're traveling and
it's Markus Dunk. I mean,
we're just meeting them.
You got students around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
Which is great,
and
right?
Then,
so also in KL, in Kuala Lumpur, we went there to get Carmina's Thai visa figured out, right? And we have another client there in KL.
Nice.
Like, it didn't work out to meet with him. If we would have more time, we would have. But that happens.
Nice. Sweet. And then what's the future of your I like to call it a business school.
Yeah.
What's the future? Is what's the updates? Hiring teams, getting corporate offices.
So, the corporate offices definitely not. I don't think that's the way to go. Well, there's some who kind of preach that you have an office out there in the business space.
No, I was completely
I disagree.
Joking. That was
I would say you want to do the opposite. So you want to have people working from everywhere, okay, remotely.
Yeah.
So having a remote team, so you be flexible and agile. And the future. So what I really would like to build long term is, as we're growing, I would like to invest in different pieces of real estate all around the world, and ideally have like a gym and all of that built in, so that myself I can kind of circle around these places and can live there myself, and whenever I'm not living in the property or the villa or whatever that might be, that we can just have it for the community or for people at the high level mastermind to just spend time there. Because a lot of people right now, they just they want to have a nice apartment, a gym close by, somewhere to work out, and that's something that I would kind of aim for going forward, so that you can pick the best of what you like and then be in a nice environment and then work on yourself.
Exactly. I talked to many remote-minded professionals, entrepreneurs, and it's like, what's the future? What's the dream? What do you aspire to? Well, it's like always something like, well, I have a house in this place that I love, and this place that I love, and this place that I love. And what does that mean? I guess it means you own it. Maybe not. Maybe you have a year to your lease, but like it's you can have your own home, I guess, that you can keep stuff, or you have a bunch of homes, and they're all vacation homes. You don't need to consider one your home. Like that's the dream of like any, of many people. It's like, what do you do when you get rich and successful? Oh, you get a vacation home, okay? And then what do you do when you're making even more millions? Then you get another vacation home. And it's just the next one, the next one, and then eventually you're at a, maybe you get a boat, and the more money you have, the bigger the boat's gonna be. And so, like, this is already, levels of success dream. We have a year lease at this huge mansion, and of course, I'm not at the money level to rent it, let alone own it myself. But one, you're living in another country where everything's half as cheap for it to live in a mansion like this. And if you can have, make it a hustle house, have some roommates or business partners, bada bing, bada boom, give me a room. And
circling back to being around better minded people.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Being in the right environment.
Yeah.
Spending time with them every single day. Like, of course. And I don't even, here's the thing. You necessarily don't really need to own these places. Okay?
Yeah.
For example, you can just get a
different question.
You can just like get a lease, like long-term lease, for example. Like it's kind of the same, because if you think about it, I think that's something that Alex Hormozi said. He said you never really own something, right? If you go and buy a house or something like that, if you don't build from scratch, like it had an owner before, right? So you just get temporary access to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the sense of, hey, this is mine, but it's not. After you die, someone else will fork it up. Someone else will buy it, right? Or something like that. So, and there was this quote. Do you remember the quote that that we saw in, where was that? That was in Malaysia, right? So this was super, super powerful and super, super deep. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. But
dude, and even if you do buy the house, you don't own it. The bank owns it, and you're paying rent to the bank.
Right.
That's what you're getting at. Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, of course, there are the perks to owning whatever as opposed to leasing. You can remodel however you want, maybe or whatever. But yeah, this is a growing sense. Even big real estate guys. I mean, own versus rent is a big debate out there in the entrepreneur world. But
here, I just found a quote.
What is it?
So it's by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Like, we found that in a temple. Maybe I can send it to you so you can blend it in. And it says, whatever is yours today will belong to someone else tomorrow. On another day, it will belong yet to another.
Yep.
This is some deep stuff, man. I was like, I was there. We were there. And we're like, wait, what is this? And then we were reading. It's like, okay, this is exactly, what Alex Samusi was talking about, right? You don't really own it. It's just temporary.
Yeah. I mean, we can go, that's just the beginning of the spiritual, at the end of the day, we're all one. We're all the universe. Yeah. We are all the universe looking back at itself, experiencing itself. So what is me? What is you? What is something?
Yeah. That's another thing, right? There's a lot of people waiting for the right moment to do something for their lives, right? Waiting for the right moment. Like, this is the right moment. Yeah, this is... But they want it, but they don't do it. They want it even, And the thing is that we don't really know how much time we do have, right? Like, we do think that everybody is gonna die, but not us, right? Like, this is what we think, and this is waiting. So how much time are you gonna wait? Like, you don't know. Like you don't know how much time are you really gonna live. We don't really know that. No one knows that. So, like, start today. Like show some. For me, investing in myself, investing in my education in order to get a better life, the life of my dreams. That in my family, I'm the one who is gonna do something different. I'm the one who is providing for my entire family. So if you have that big dream, if you think you have that commitment with your parents, with your family, like you have, like, if you already have that idea in your mind, it's because you are the one. So stop thinking about it and do something, because you don't know, like you really don't know how much time. So it's a waste of time of thinking and don't do anything about it. Like, you don't know. And
just imagine you would have, like, you would know that you have like 3 years left.
Yeah.
How would you do things different? Right.
Yeah.
So it just it gives you some urgency, right?
Yeah. I would be going to Cafe Del Mar this Saturday. I would get VVIP, bro. Yeah. I would be like, Oliver, you're teaching me until I'm gonna headline next month. Which basically follow your dreams.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, all you have when you die, right, is basically the memories,
experiences
of people that have for you. And a big thing is videos that you have of you live on forever. Books that you write live on forever. Maybe a company that you started lives on forever, or a brand or a trend, or So.
And then there are people out there who are just afraid what other people think of them, and they're like, I don't want to do that because in my environment right now no one is doing that, and they're holding back because they're afraid what others might think about them. But if you then think about it, these people that they're afraid of what I think about them, like, if you die, these are the people who will forget that you even existed after half a year, hell, maybe even after a month or something like that, and you're like just afraid of what they think. And there's something that Ed Mylett always says. So Ed Mylett also is like one of my mentors. I'm in the mastermind with him as well, the R2 Syndicate mastermind. And Ed always says, like, if you ever seen like a movie and then it says like bouncer 1, Taxi Driver 2 or Cab Driver 2 or something like that. Like, you're too afraid what Bouncer 1 and Cab Driver 2 is thinking about you. Like, it is important to, you know, what are the main character of your life thinking about you? The people that are really important for you. But everyone else, don't let that hold you back of making like a bold move.
You're talking about like people get too worried about what random people, I'm worried about what someone in the comments might think about this new thing I might try. Right. They're just taxi driving. They're nobody.
Well, or not just that, like also, like, let's say you want to quit your job, you want to do something online. Also, I see that a lot with my students. They're just afraid of changing their profile picture or something like that. Because what does an old high school buddy of mine think about that I never talked to, like, in the last 10 years? What is that person thinking about me? And it lets them it holds them back, literally.
Right. Just thinking.
And this is when I say about in the movies when it says like Bouncer 1 or like the people that not even have a name.
The extras.
The extras.
Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't matter what they think about you, because again, when you die, like they forget about you after a month. Okay, some of them don't even know that you exist right now, or you know, it is just completely irrelevant.
You know, there's this kind of quote that I think about quite all the time, and it's that people are not thinking about you; they're thinking about themselves.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's a great one. Like, just in public, or even your best friends, even the closest people to you, your parents, your significant other. You know, it's pointless to spend significant time wondering, oh, what are they going to think about this thing that I'm doing? They might think about it for a minute. You know, if it's, of course, your parents or your significant other, maybe more than a minute. Okay, maybe they're thinking about you a lot. But if it's just,
but again, these are the main characters.
These are the main. But then they're gonna go back to thinking about their life and what they got to do and their own problems and what, you know, people might be thinking about you for a second. Like, my best friends, like, they're not thinking about me right now. They're going through their daily life, thinking about their things. And so I remind myself that a lot. Just, you know, look at yourself. We don't spend all day thinking about other people. The reason we're worrying about this right now is because we're thinking about ourselves, and so is everyone else. Everyone else is worrying about their own things. Yeah, they're not thinking about you. So I tell that to myself.
Yeah. No, that I agree 100%. Agree with you.
Yeah,
it's a good point.
That's it.
So lesson is just like, go out there, do your thing, you know, and don't be so focused on yourself. You know, just like, other people don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Just do your thing.
Yeah. Fuck the haters.
Okay. Fuck the haters. But that's the thing, dude. What I discovered, like, also now, haters is a good thing.
Yeah,
I want to have haters. So if you're out there, I love that you're hating me. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, keep doing that.
Yeah, it means you're successful.
You know, the more haters you have, the more it tells me, hey, I'm doing something right. Okay. Or right now, like on IG, we have so many like fake accounts popping up, people that are just impersonating us. It's a pain. It's a pain, right? But at the same time, it's a good thing. You know, it's like, it tells me, hey, okay, I'm on the right track. Like, we're doing something good. People hating on us. People want to kind of, like parasites, they want to jump on it and get their piece of it, you know?
Yeah. Congrats. I've never been impersonated yet. So, but you know, you're crushing it. And so, yeah, that's so funny. What's the point of those accounts? Do they try to DM people and like scam them on some link?
Yeah. So that's most of the time related to like crypto stuff. So they're just
like a phishing link.
Like they're just selling you some crypto investments or something like that, and then
hey, thanks for yo, did you know that this crypto is the best thing? I definitely recommend you. Oh man, these spam comments are so funny around these days.
But this stopped to being funny because we do have actually people who actually send money to them. So
people falling for that.
Wow, yeah.
It's actually a thing. So be careful.
Cuidados, amigos.
Cuidados.
Cuidados.
Mucho cuidado,
amigos.
Mucho cuidado. Yeah. Oh, I said cuidados.
Cuidados, amigos. I mean, that's good.
Cuidados sounds
cuidados
right.
Sounds
but it's
good.
Cuidados.
But without S, with cuidado, amigos.
Okay, so you never say cuidado. Yeah, I love it. Because again, like some people would be, and this is a frequent thing. They're with learning English. they know a lot, but in public, and even with me too, I'm sometimes afraid to say some Thai because I know I don't have it perfect. You see, but like being comfortable, I can just say fuck it. I'm not gonna think. Is it cuidado? I'm saying just cuidado, amigos. It's gonna be, but the point of it is they get it. But again, like it's an example of don't sweat the small stuff. Is another thing that I tell myself all the time.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Like you're worrying about some little thing. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, especially like if you're a business owner, right? Or you have someone helping you with the edit or something like that, and there's a small mistake. Like, let go. Like it's still better that someone else is helping you doing that, and you have the leverage and you get your time back, and it's like 80% like you want it. It's still good because you can scale that. If you would have to do all of that yourself. Yeah.
For example, like I think the audio was like not even on there in the first bit of this, but we have backup, so it's not going to be, it's not going to be perfect.
We can subtitle it.
So I think the microphone was not on for maybe the beginning of this. Maybe it was, but I think it was not. But we're still going to get decent audio for this. But you know what? I'm done worrying about it. It's a small thing.
Don't be a perfectionist. Don't be a perfectionist.
We had that great talk about, just you gotta, follow your dreams. But no, it's gonna be fine. We have 3 cameras to get from, but we got the DJ.
At least we got the set
got the
and
DJ
like the break. And
that's the most important part. But nothing is. Nothing's gonna be perfect in any situation, and like you said, and I always tell myself, and this is a big one. There's never gonna be a perfect time. Like even for myself, like okay, I'm gonna get around and do this. Then DJing was a good example. Like I've always known DJing / getting back into music. Like in high school and college, like I dig music stuff, and it's like. I'll do that when I have more money, was like in the back of my mind. But, there's never going to be a time. Once you have more money,
the next level.
I'm going to do it when I have an assistant.
Exactly.
You're
I'm just going to keep moving the pole.
Yeah. And so, I like to take advantage of excuses. So COVID was the excuse to jump right into DJing for house party needs. And then, now there's no excuse. I have DJ friends who are offering me lessons. And so, yes, and so it's sometimes, you in a little bit of an excuse and friends push, can go a long way.
Absolutely.
And this video, bros, if you're still watching, thumbs up and go check out Marcus's channel. Subscribe. I seen you do more YouTube videos now.
Yeah, because like we're scaling with the team, so I get a little bit of time back. So
nice.
Ramp that up.
Nice.
Same thing. Follow this guy, Blondie, Riley.
Yeah, we posted on our channel.
I was like, this the new Blondie over here.
Lots of blondies
here. Follow Oliver.
Follow him.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. I mean, you follow Marcus on Instagram. Whatever. Your real account will be linked below.
Yeah, we're gonna link the real account.
Your most current active one.
Yeah. The Markus Dunk.
The Markus Dunk.
Yeah. Don't mix any letters.
That was the original
or something
one, right?
like that.
Oh no, that was this. Okay.
Yeah. The Markus Dunk. There's no underscore. There's no double S.
Oh, really?
There's no like twist. Like, dude, they're coming up with all of like you have to really read it. Like the Markus Dunk.
Wow, because I swear like I was chatting with the other fake one.
Oh my god!
I swear to God, I was chatting with
you pick it up.
Marcus
Usually
because they post the exact same videos.
They copy everything exactly.
They even have more followers than Marcus.
There's some that have more followers.
That's how I thought it was you. Cause I was like, it's got a lot of followers.
Yeah. Also now we on the original account we actually removed my headshot. So the headshot that I have, because if you have your headshot, the fake accounts will report the original account as an impersonator account, which happened multiple times. So this is now like there's strategies to all of that, but it is just again it's something you want to celebrate. It's good. It helps you grow.
Yeah, no, 100%. Where's my impersonators? Anyone want to impersonate me?
We're gonna send some over.
No. I gotta fucking I gotta step my fucking social media game up, yo. But
You have
Well, your YouTube.
Well,
like
so many of the clients that are coming to us because
yeah.
like they're like fans of you.
right.
Like I want to say this because you are unique, you are amazing, and I haven't met in my life like one person that I don't know if it's good my English enough to say
Just
this,
say it. Don't worry about
that
it.
it right that vibe.
And
you have a beautiful vibe, and the people that is following you, that is coming to us, they have always in their mind that beautiful seed that you plant them about traveling the world and living that life.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And they even say, right? They say living that life. I want to like when there is a point in the mentoring when they just join and they need to record a video about introducing themselves. They always say like, yeah, living that life coming from Riley.
Oh yeah.
So
Hell
it's
yeah.
like there's
Yeah,
some-
boy. Fuck it. And thank you, Carmina, for
So,
saying.
Making big
you know,
impact.
That's what they say, positive vibes attract. And, I'm blessed to have had, positivity passed down through me through many ways. Of course, there's, your parents. And then, of course, blessed to have, very positive and awesome parents. And then also friends growing up. Like my two best friends, there's a poster of us on the wall. We still live together. And it's just like, just that positive, positive vibe and just a go-getter mindset, coming from like, being young and like very competitive athlete. And then also, but just like the passion for life, who knows where that comes from. But like, I'm just like, some of us are curious cats. Like Joe Rogan, he calls himself, they're curious cats. And now that we have cats, like I know why they call it that, because cats are so curious. I'll see them like going around the house. They have to scope everything out. And so I'm a curious cat. I just want to, just the motherfuckers that want to fucking live life to the fullest, because we have some sort of like spirituality, whatever, big picture vision or whatever. It's like, this life is fucking special. It does not end. I mean, it does not go forever. There is an end, at least, to this character. You can get however spiritual you want. You go over to whatever you believe, blast off into the universe. But it's very, very special. It's for me, it's just like logically, of course, I'm going to be so excited about this lifestyle and all this stuff, because this is the first generation in history, in the history of humans, that it's possible to travel the world, basically. Our grandparents could do it a few generations ago, but just a few generations ago, you had to take a boat. I had to take a boat, and now we can visit pretty much every country in the world in one lifetime, and it's not even that big of a news anymore.
No.
Also, something I just want to add there, brother. It's like, if you think about it, what some of, Germany, US, like World War II, all of that stuff. Okay, like our grandparents or grandparents, depending on how old you are, what they have like sacrificed, for a better future of their kids, and then of us being here, so it takes a lot of things that need to come together for you to be here right now, for you to be watching this right now.
Yes.
Right. So the question is this: like, are you living up to the depth that has been put on you to be here right now? Right. So you've been put on this earth for a reason, to do something great with your life, right? To do, to just expand your being, so to speak, and do something good. So if you just hang around on the couch, it's like, are you really living up to the depth that we put on you based on the past generation? You need 2 parents. You need 4 grandparents. Okay, you need 8 grandparents just for you to be here. A lot of timing, a lot of things need to come together very well for you to be here right now, today, where we have all of these possibilities. Okay, we can just drop this on YouTube. Like, we don't need to ask anyone for fucking permission or something like that. Okay,
we don't need to go to the town square and create just to get your message out. In the old days, must have been so hard.
Oh my god, they would throw rocks at you or whatever, like the haters thing coming out. Right?
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, it's difficult.
And so that just ties into the theme of freedom was not always here. And so we have technological and plane freedom. Like we're able to free fly around the world pretty much, anyone, in in, you know, the Western world, at least, of course, you have to have a certain amount of money too. But that's one thing that we're, you know, born in the Western world and we have some means. Like for billions of people, they're living day to day, like on dollars per day. You know, it's very, very true. And then great freaking point. That's the other part of it. In generations past, we did not have all of these luxuries, the freedoms. Our grandparents fought in wars, like, and you go back and back and back, it just gets like shittier. Not to say every part in history was like filled with war. That's kind of what we focus on. But yeah, no, like, and my dad's dad fought in like 3 wars.
Oh my God.
And he didn't, luckily he didn't die in the war, but actually in the Korean War, he paratrooped into the freaking heat, got shot by an enemy in his face, in his mouth, and it knocked his teeth out and it went out the other side. And as a kid, I was like, he would show us his scars and shit.
Wow.
A few inches, you would not have DJ Plies.
DJ, please.
Yeah.
A few inches, you would not have DJ Plies.
Wow. Yeah.
You know,
That's
so
it,
like,
you know,
I'm
like-
so like, it's like, you know, and my dad like had to move from city to city and like Hawaii, Tokyo as a young military family. And like, you know, some people, their life is just like fucking fight.
And then think about the ripple effect. If
Yeah.
you wouldn't be here right now, or before when I first discovered you, like way back then, before we met in Chiang Mai, when I was
Yeah.
watching your videos and all of that, I wouldn't be here.
Me neither.
Right.
I don't know where I would, like, I don't know. Maybe I would like slave my ass away in like a corporate job or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know, you know? So, again, I can just piggyback on what Carmina said. Like, I love you, bro. You're fucking amazing. Without you, like, all of this would just not exist. So,
Dude, thank you. Yeah, you guys have always been, you know, my biggest supporters. And, dude, I mean, yeah, it fires me up. I've been so lucky to be in the place, in the position to, you know, just pass down the message that others pass down. You know, you know, it started with, you know, Tim Ferriss' 4-Hour Work Week, and then to
Right.
folks, you know, like, you know, he's the digital nomad Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, like people like digital nomads call the 4-Hour Work Week the digital nomad Bible. We call it the Bible. And so he passed it down to, you know, some early days, you know, OG digital nomads like, you know, Anton and Johnny FD. And for him doing his podcast, I found out about Chiang Mai, about the conference, and then boom, started vlogging, doing podcasts, you know, on my own. And then you saw that. And then now, you know, you have your own channel and you're passing it down to, it's like, boom, you know, it's just passing it on. And it's easier than ever to find out exactly what excites you. And, you know, shout out YouTube, you know, YouTube changed my life, you know.
Yep.
At the end of the day, that's awesome. Speaking of YouTube, Colton is calling me because we're premiering a video right now. And it's my first film DJ set. You saw the story? Yeah, it's so sick. Yo, we're live on the pod right now, Colton. But are you posting that at 8?
Yeah, it's going to be on in like 20 minutes. Do you want me to change it or what?
Yeah, do like 9.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
All right, cool. All right, thanks, bro. And so, you know him because he has been teaching English and trying to sign up. But he's so broke from teaching English.
Yeah, don't do that,
He needs
guys.
to save up. Yeah.
Like-
So he's the guy that I really want him to sign up for your sales closing school, because he's been teaching English and he does it online now. But hey, let's just be honest. You're gonna be broke teaching English, and so that's why he needs
It's
to
not
do
like
it.
that much of a high income skill. It's like more like a get by skill.
It's more of it's a interesting and perhaps fulfilling experience for a number of years or a period of time, and then becomes just a shitty job, whether that be in person or tutoring online.
Yeah.
And I've taught to many teachers who have taught abroad. Convert to work remote digital nomad life. It's very simple.
Yeah, make sure you pick something. If you pick a skill, something that directly or indirectly contributes to increasing the revenue of a company, and then you're good.
Right. Because then you can apply that to any company.
Oh, like if you make a company like 100K per month, you know, they're more than happy to pay like 10%. And
Right.
you get 10K. Whether you do closing, whether you do
as a teacher, you're pretty
advertisement or copywriting or any of that kind. You're good.
Yep.
Yeah, but teaching English.
I mean,
if you go if you do high ticket English teaching, and you go after like some executives or something like that, or
Chinese billionaires. Chinese multimillionaires, the fastest growing demographic. I just made that up, but crypto millionaires' kids, teach them. No, it's like Elon Musk, he invented his own school, because school is not for leaders and entrepreneurs. School is for great, employees, which is good, because we need those.
Yeah, just Google that right now. How did the school system come about?
I already know it.
Yeah, but if you're watching this, like, just Google that for yourself and find it out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they don't ask these types of questions, right?
You're gonna go down route. It basically came from the old
go down a rabbit hole.
Prussian communist style of lining up in desks in rows. There's a bell when you start. Yep. There's a bell when you exit, and the teacher is going, here's your bell for a fucking lunch. Here's your bell, and it's meant to produce employees for factories.
And obedient soldiers.
Yeah, and obedient soldiers. That's what the current system is based on. And then Elon Musk, obviously, as a rationally thinking human being, rethought it from the ground up, and now he's got his whole school. There's no grades. It's, if you're smarter, you're gonna go way up to the smarter subjects, and you can go. You can just soar right up. You don't have to go just because of your age.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just one of the things, and then the method of learning. I mean, we could go down a.
I think self-education is becoming more and more and more and more of a thing. You can learn everything online that you want nowadays.
Everything is in here. The whole universe is.
Yeah. And I think right now, like worldwide, I think over 80% or 81, 82% have access to the internet. So.
Wow.
That's like mass adoption now.
That's another thing, and it's something that, like, a lot of people ask Markus all the time, right? Like, probably people is watching here has, like, their corporate job in sales, but they don't know how to do it online, right? How to transition
to remote. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like you can do it and learn it. Like nowadays, I believe that we can learn everything online. But by not paying free content, if you can say it. Like, so that's a question, right? Okay, but like, what's the difference between having like a mentor who is guiding you, like Markus?
Yeah.
If you want or you're interested in this vehicle of remote closing and just learning the things by your own with free content, books, etc. And it's just the speed.
Yeah.
Like
you compress time.
True. Yeah. True. Yeah. If you hire, just for anything, if I hire a DJ coach, I'm gonna be, getting gigs and accomplishing the goals sooner. If I hire a piano coach, I'm probably gonna go 10 times faster. I can totally teach myself. Same with anything. If you hire a football coach, strength coach, blah blah blah. So make money coach / business coach. Boom.
It's gonna take you longer, and then also. What I always like to ask is, there's a price either way. So if you now decide, okay, I want to learn DJing or I want to learn remote closing or whatever it might be, there's a price either way the moment that you realize that. So either you're going to invest into a mentor and you compress time, or you're going to embark on a journey on yourself, and then what is going to cost you? Let's assume you're working 9 to 5. You want to get out of it. You want to work remotely. You want to spend more time with your family. It will cost you the time missed out with your kids, seeing them growing up, because you will be busy trying to figure it out on your own. So, and then you go ahead and put a price tag to that lost time, right? So it's going to cost you either way something, right? You with the DJ gig as well, right? Depending on what your goal is and what you want to do, it's going to cost you something, you not having that connection, you not being able to play there. Because if there's just, let's say you get the gig because of your DJ coach, right? Because of Oliver, or he connects you to someone and you're playing there, and then you meet one person that can change the entire direction of your DJ career.
Yeah. Like
just like that. It's just one moment and everything changes. And then this is when this investment, so to speak, will pay off multiple times over and over again. So again, cost of inaction, or you not doing, there's always a cost to it. Like in the moment you realize that, just for me, I just keep pouring money into my education, mentors, like who, and again, if you take their advice, you take their life. So be very, very like careful who you take advice from, right? Because oftentimes it's a lot more important, like who you learn from than what you learn. Right? Because again, if you just listen to someone, hey, I want to get in shape, but you listen to someone who's not in shape, how is that person qualified to help you? Right? And I feel oftentimes that really gets forgotten, or people just not aware of it. So that's the first question I ask myself, okay, is that person qualified to do that? What does their lifestyle look like? Is that person living the life that I want? Is that person qualified for me? So I want to learn from that person. Would I switch places with that person? If the answer is yes, hell yeah, let's go. Let's do it. I don't care what the investment is, what the price is, because again, the value will be there. It's just I just need to learn one thing and it will change everything.
Right. Yeah. One, it's like the potential upside of, connections in life. Life is a lot about your connections in the people, and like one person you meet, boom, change your life. Like, when you meet it could be love at first sight, and an example, or it could be you meet that business partner or that coach who introduces you to all these same people in your industry. You make that one connection. He tells you this one, thing that's working. You implement it, and that's the thing with online business and the internet these days. It's your company can double, like boom, quickly. 2-minute break. I think this
2 hours later.
Cool. All right. Mic is back on. And switch up the camera angles. Second 2-hour pod of the day. Dude, I was like, and third one of the week. And I was talking to Trevor. It's like after podcast, you're like drained. It's so much like, this is what Joe Rogan does every day, and sometimes 2 a day. But I
think you have to be like a certain personality as well to really like dig it.
Yeah.
And I believe there are people who get a lot of energy out of that, of doing like podcasts and all of that. Right. So.
Oh yeah, it's some of the. Some people like us, podcaster folk, just love a great deep conversation. And that's the interesting thing about podcasts. It's when else in your life do you talk to someone for 2 hours straight?
Right. That's
Never.
so true. Yeah.
And so.
Well, in a closing call.
Yeah, if you're really
sometimes.
If they're so stingy, you just. If they got so many pain points, objections. Like if you're on a flight next to someone, maybe you might be talking for 2 hours, and it's not that often.
Barely gonna happen. AirPods, off you go.
Yeah, not that often. And so like, it's interesting through like doing podcasts, right after, like you feel like, oh, like a bond, like, oh yeah, I'm just like totally best friends with that person. Yeah, we did a podcast. Like we had that experience together. That was like a 2-hour thing. It's cool. Marcus, when you're starting your podcast, dude?
Yeah, we should. There's so many things. Where do I start? Right?
He's like, oh man, no, you got a lot going on, dude. Like, shit. Even Trevor Mile Method was here. Oh, he said he saw you at Stay. I was like, I want you to meet my guy Marcus, and then he's like, oh yeah, I know who he is from your stories, and oh yeah, I saw him. No, not Trevor. No, Matt said he knew you. Matt Laker said he knew you, or no, not Matt Laker said he saw you at Stay, like walked past you. I think I saw that guy.
Yeah, shout out to Matt.
Shout out Matt.
Yeah, we had one of my clients who was at Stay, Donald. So we came to see him.
Nice.
And it's a good place. The gym, dude, it's like very good gym, very complete gym.
Yeah, it's one of the nicest gyms in Phuket in Thailand.
In Thailand.
Sí. Eso es.
Yeah.
It's a nice.
It's always appreciated if you can just wake up and like walk to the gym
Yeah.
and don't have to drive through Canggu traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Stay Resort Bros is very nice in Rawai Beach, which is like the Canggu of Phuket, but 10 years behind in terms of
20
size.
years.
But then again, it goes back. It's like a bubble, right? So you're there and you eat
Yeah.
there and you live there and you work out there and you hang around the pool there. Like it's like
Oh, at Stay, you mean?
at Stay, yeah, like
Yeah.
a resort like that.
Yeah.
So you don't
That's why
really
I would-
have to go out.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Um,
That's why I would say stay near to Naiharn Beach, which is the main beach in Rawai. It's actually called Naiharn Beach, not Rawai Beach. But that's where everyone goes for sunset. Volleyball going on, beach American football, soccer.
Soccer. Right.
Yeah, but if you guys don't know, for those who have never traveled, they call it football if you're not in America. All right. At least one or two.
It's like
guys,
an American thing, right?
Yeah, at least one or two Gen Zers' minds got blown. That makes so much sense. Why do they call it football? Right? You kick it with your foot. All right. And then so okay, Rawai, and now you're up here staying in Kamala, like.
So we actually arrived here. Funny story. So we went to. Sorry, laughing. So we were in Bali, and we had a great time in Bali. And then we wanted to go to Thailand next. But we had to figure out the visa for Carmina because Mexican passport right now is like 30 days that she gets on arrival. I think me with a German passport, and I think US as well, it's like 45. They just increased that.
It's now 45, yeah.
Yeah. So we want to stay longer than 30 days. So we get a visa figured out in Kuala Lumpur, and there were a lot of things going on in the business, fires to put out, all of that, new clients getting onboarded. So I had to take a lot of calls, and then we didn't really and Camina as well was busy with the team as well. And we didn't had an Airbnb or anything booked. I think I was even reaching out to you on WhatsApp, like, hey, dude, like, what do you recommend? Where do we stay? And then we didn't book anything until we were on the plane, on the roll, like on the field.
Yeah, that's normal
right?
for me. Yeah.
And then we booked in Kamala, just like the first one I found, instant booking, looked good, booked it. And then we arrived and we were like, oh my God, like where are, like the apartment was good, nice view and everything. But everything around it was like a little bit of a shock, you could say.
Yeah, there's not much in Kamala other than Cafe Del Mar and the beach.
And then, and then we said, okay, well then let's go to Stay. So we went to the other side to meet Donald, one of my clients. And and then we now back in Kamala, right? And we said, okay, Kamala is actually not that bad. We like it more than we like it actually more than Rai. So and now it's
and Riley's here.
And
like,
Riley, you're here.
Right?
I'm putting Kamala on the map.
Yeah, it was just like a 10-minute ride from here.
I mean,
Yeah.
And the
I'm
next
Stay on the map. They gotta pay me. I've referred like fucking probably more than a dozen dudes over there. Yeah.
Kamala influencer.
But hey, no, it's nice. And so what place are you at? In just like an apartment?
What do we call it? The City Gate.
City Gate.
Hotel,
Oh,
City Gate.
I think Bam was. Maybe
So they have
staying
like a gym there. They have like a nice bakery, pool. Like so, it's a good place. To be consistent.
It's right where before you turn to go to Cafe Del Mar.
Right.
It's very pretty near it, but
So that's where we booked in now for a couple of days, and we don't have everything yet. After that,
go to Bang Tao, which is the next beach north.
Okay.
That's more developed in terms closer to Canggu in terms of number of awesome work cafes.
Oh yeah, that's
number of nice gyms, number of co-working spaces.
Oh.
So
that's ticking all the boxes,
Bang Tao is actually further ahead than Rawai. Yeah, in terms of all those three things.
Yeah,
which makes
Rawai
it
was not walkable.
Not walkable.
Yeah.
No.
Ah.
And it was like,
Oh yeah, no one, yeah.
Like,
It
and
would
I
be
don't
motorbike everywhere.
I don't do the
No,
motorbike
nothing
thing,
is.
and it was a fucking pain.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's also not
Yeah, so
always
yeah,
that,
they taxi around.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, in Canggu, what do you do in Canggu?
Yeah, we had a motorbike.
Yeah, so
like
it's
then-
the same. It's, you
Yeah,
gotta
but
have a
it's
motorbike.
like a lot easier, right, with the Gojek. It's like just no. That the thing here that I don't like it a lot is that the grabs take so long. You waste a lot of time. So if you want to go like somewhere like now, sometimes it's like
Oh,
20
right.
minutes
Until
waiting.
they arrive.
They don't
So
have
it's
grab
not,
bike here.
It's the time that you waste. You waste a lot of time. It's like, oh,
That's
Right,
true,
in
they don't-
Canggu, it's like bam, motorbike, and
you
off
get a
you go.
motorbike.
It's like
Right, they
2
don't have
minutes
motorbike
and they're there.
taxis here.
No, they don't.
They don't have
and-
motorbike
I didn't
taxis
find
here.
it.
That's
and
true.
even
That
the
sucks.
taxis like takes like 16 minutes, 20 minutes to pick you up. So if you really don't drive that, it's like you.
Yeah,
waste
when
a
we
lot of
came
time.
here, I ordered a taxi. It's at like 14 minutes. It's like I don't wait 40 minutes. Then check the other app, like Grab, and then it was like 5 minutes. It was
Get the
faster.
one called Bolt.
Yeah, that's the one I checked first.
Oh.
And it was like 14 minutes. I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna be waiting 14 minutes here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I checked Grab, and it was like 4 minutes or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Of the
Check,
car.
checking both.
Um,
Those.
Yeah, but in general, whenever we look for something to stay at, we're looking for something that's of course a nice environment, and then should have a gym. It should be complete because
Yeah.
if it's just like a hotel gym of like a little like it's not gonna be
as
enough.
complete as possible.
And then cafes should be somewhere close by, walking distance, right? Or at least have
Or
like some
in
type
the
of
tower.
co-working in the tower.
yeah.
That would be the
Um,
faster. Like above all, right? Like you have everything there. You don't need to go out because we work like a lot.
Yeah,
So,
you're just
right?
so much more efficient. You know, you wake up, you walk to the gym, right?
Walking is nice.
And
yeah.
then
Walk life.
it's like it's a blessing. You're already looking. You wake up. Like for me personally, I'm looking forward to go because it's close by,
yeah.
right?
And a little bit of walk is it's nice. I need some more walk in my life.
how many
right now.
steps you do per day?
Well, I do run. Well, I run. My house is pretty big.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't notice yet.
My house is pretty big, guys. All right. This Airbnb slash, what does it mean to be yours again?
Mansion.
Back to that deep spiritual
Yeah.
conversation. Everything is ours. We're all one. If that's what you wanna, if that's your belief, what you wanna. What kind of a side tangent was I going on?
The steps.
Oh yeah. I don't take walks. Danny and Park are big more walkers than me. I'm more of a sprinter. I sprint up this fucking hill once or twice a week, and that's my morning exertion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job to stay in shape, like as you're traveling, like everywhere. It's like always like, wow. Riley is like, he figured it out. he found something that works for him.
Well, the basis is just being working out. I mean, for the way I think about working out is it's just as much as how you look is how you feel, the energy that it gives you for the day, to be in a good mood and positive and productive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It took me very long to figure that out.
Yeah.
Like 2 years back or something like that. I got a fitness coach 2 years ago, I think. Was it 2 years ago? More or less. 1.5 years ago. And before I was thought, okay, if I go to the gym, it will take away from me putting into, my career and my business and all of that. But it's the opposite. Like you can take the discipline of putting in the reps in the gym and apply that to business. And it took me way too long to figure that out. It's just a limiting belief that I had in health, so to speak.
Yeah.
That just took me way too long. And right now, it is also something no one can do the work for you. You cannot outsource doing someone bench pressing for you, right? It's like, hey, you big guy, come over and do the bench press for me so I grow the muscle. It just doesn't work, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's step one, you got to be working out, of course, but in terms of me figuring it out, yeah, I guess I'm nowhere for no one's perfect. I'm actually a bit more puffy these days than I have been historically because for whatever reasons, everyone goes up and down a little bit, but in general, just be working out and your life's gonna be better. Yeah.
Putting the work. No one can do that for you.
Putting that work.
Yeah.
Work out. Look good. Feel good. But also just feel good. And then when you look good too, then you also are more confident in your life.
Yeah.
gets way better, and you better perform in anything. Life and sports are, a lot of it is just confidence. A lot of it is like you get up there, like baseball, for example, like even the best professional players will get in slumps because it's like a downward spiral. Like you're in a slump and it's like, oh, now you're like second guessing everything, and then
you.
That's what they say about baseball. They say it's 90% mental and half the rest is in your head. So
you have to remember yourself, like for example, that you have been hitting these shots before over and over again. Remember yourself, you're a killer, you can do this, right? And then anticipate that you're gonna got this.
Yeah. And basketball players too, they'll go in slumps and then they'll go in hot streaks. It's like, give me the ball. It's like, because I'm just seeing it, feeling it, just boom. And so, yeah. I'm sure with closing, they're like, give me the call, give me the call.
I was just about to say that.
Close.
I was just about to say that the problem with sales is a lot of times, people also that come into the mentoring program, what we do, and they already are in sales to some extent, maybe offline or something like that, and they then come in and you already know everything, or it's very hard to coach someone like that if they're not like open to it.
They already have their ways,
and then they have these old practices or these old things that they bring into the new world of closing, so to speak, or sales, doing it online, and they're very attached to the outcome. So they are on a call and they're trying to do everything to close that other person, right? And this backfires because if you try to hard sell someone, they're trying they're gonna run away as fast as they can.
If they're car salesmen coming in to do this,
that's not working anymore. So I would say I have very high intention. So you have a high intention of helping that person, of making sure you qualify them the right way, that it is actually the right thing for them. So I have high intentions to help them, but have very low attachment. Whether they move forward or not, you should be absolutely unattached, because at the end of the day, if you close that deal, or if you not close that deal, let's come from that angle. If you not close that deal, your life doesn't change. If you make $500,000 on that call of commission, your life doesn't change if you're in the game, right? It doesn't make a big difference. But for that other person, they're saying no to themselves, so their life doesn't change, right? So that's something very, very, very important. High intention and having low attachment of actually closing that deal.
And it's cool too, because quite often the offer is like an education thing, or like a potentially life transforming thing, like a fitness course or a business course, right?
Yes.
1 minute break. Let me
A few minutes later.
Crap, what were we talking about? Wow, we're like 2 hours in.
I'm really enjoying the breaks.
Dude, the breaks are great. no, 100%. Like doing all these music breaks, is making me think, how does Rogan and these podcasters do it with no breaks?
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see some podcasters do, but you really the breaks make so much sense.
The breaks are good. Keep them up.
The breaks are the best.
The podcast is good too.
The breaks.
Don't understand this the wrong way, please.
Breaks are good. Breaks are fun.
Something super fun that people don't know about Markus. He's an introvert, like 99%.
80%.
And because he developed his skill of communication so much at this point of being a sales coach.
Yeah.
He's really forcing the machine, and it really takes a lot of his energy, because he's super introvert, he's real himself, right? So this is just a proof that we can.
Sometimes I just like to sit by myself alone in a bathroom for hours.
It's curled up.
So
no, but it's true.
That's a completely different thing from Riley, right? Because you see him on Instagram, he's amazing. I'm a fan of the stories.
Gracias.
But it's a different thing if you meet this guy in person. He triple, quadruple, his energy and it's just like intense, an amazing vibe, and like it's like intense. He just transmitted like boom.
Bring up the energy. Yeah, that's what I was just like, you know, being a DJ is just perfect for me, you know, because like when I DJ, like that's why I'm trying to come up with a tagline, but that's what I call it, turn up hour. Like, are you sure you want me to play like your little party? You guys are just chilling, because like I turn that shit up. My hour is turn up hour.
Hold my
We're
beer.
going. But that's the style of music that I've always been into, like crunk music when it was like a thing, like American Southern hip hop, high intense, like Lil Jon. Everyone knows Lil Jon. Like I grew up idolizing, like obsession with Lil Jon. And so, anyways, yeah, just so you guys know a thing about me. They're like, okay, what the fuck is that? No, but yeah, I do. Not only am I music head, love music, but I happen to like music with a lot of energy. And but to go back to the introvert thing, my whole life was introvert. My whole life is introvert, 100%, until door-to-door sales broke me out of that shell a little bit.
Gave you a chance to
but door-to-door sales cracked that up a bit, broke me out of the shell a bit, because it just increases your communication skills, right?
Yeah.
And a lot about being an introvert is like maybe you're not the best communicator or speaker or talker.
What I think as well is like a lot of, if you feel that you're more introverted, you know, you're watching this right now, some people think there's something wrong with this. Right, there's something wrong with being an introvert, and they want to be more extroverted, right? But I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. As long as you know that for yourself, okay, you can. It's a skill. You can work in it, force yourself, go out there more, right? The fun fact is, like, if you go to a party, something like that, guess what? Most of the people you find there are extroverts. They just love that environment. It gives them energy, right? Someone like me, if I go to a party, like I really enjoy, you know, going there, of course, with people that I want to go there or anything like that. But if I just go there, it drains me energy. If I don't find someone that I can at least like have a conversation with every now and then, you know, that I can feed off energy. Yeah, it's like it's just like very draining for me. I enjoy like having like proper conversations. For example, this what we do here right now. This is something that I enjoy doing. That. Right.
And the breaks as well.
The breaks are fun. Here's the thing. The breaks are fun.
Over,
right.
Over
the breaks are fun. Right.
Over at Living Alley Podcast, we have the best breaks.
Like really the best breaks.
So if you know someone that wants to come on, that you know, just let them know we have the best breaks. You know, they're gonna love them. I bring the entertainment.
How can you not? Yeah.
You know, it's a mini DJ set every break. I'm gonna hire Oliver to be the 5-minute sets. Okay, 5-minute break. Oliver, bring it away. Okay. Bring some dancers out. Like, oh, okay, you went full off on the breaks. When the camera's on, no, we hide all that shit. It's no fun. That is fun. Yeah, it's
fun fact is Carmina's like the exact opposite from me.
Yeah.
So she's like super extroverted. You know, she's laughing right now. You know,
That's why I'm here. Like, I don't know how to do this shit, but I would love to.
Yeah. Bang, bang. Yeah.
So we're complimenting each other very, very well.
Yeah, that'd be great. You know, we got DJ Carmina, and then Marcus can be, you know, the dancer,
the background dancer.
Oh no, you can just be the MC. You know, you're just like, what's up,
the producer? I do your marketing, babe. Yeah. We're gonna get you out there. We're gonna make you a name.
What's up?
He's watching the live from his room. We're doing great.
Oh yeah. He's like, go girl, go
control
honey.
Room. All right, our camera's on. It's
rock
good.
The crowd.
Go for it, girl.
Nah, yeah, it's like I was an introvert my whole life, and then door-to-door sales broke it open, and then YouTube exploded it open. Like, because once you get comfortable speaking in front of the camera, and then it goes from there. But then also the going out thing, it's obviously once you have a strong group of friends in some nomad destination, which is a big thing, you know, when you go to a new place, new location as a remote worker, how are you going to meet your friends? And so the rule of thumb I have always experienced is at about month 2, then we meet our group, then we're in our group of friends. always around about 2 months if it's a new place and obviously you don't know anyone. And then it's an upward spiral from there. When you're going out with your friends, then your friends know friends, and then you meet their friends, and then it's just
Right.
an upward spiral from there of increasing your network in a place, and which is basically happened in Phuket this last year. And so now it's like, boom, now there's a whole fucking Phuket crew, and you have so many friends, which is a big part of life. They say travel is all about the people, life is all about the people, and so a lot of our decisions are based on the people. Like, I have all these friends, am I going to go to Mexico City like we were talking about before? Well, the more friends you have, the more birthday parties are going to be on your calendar, the more events you're going to be invited to, the more DJ friends that you're going to have that's on the calendar. It's like, I got to go to fucking, Magic Paradise because he's playing, because he got invited, and then you get invited to so many things.
Some support.
I got to go to Circo Loco. But, and so that would be a great excuse for Mexico City guys, throwing it out there to the universe. Tell me about it. We haven't even talked about that yet.
About what, Mexico?
What's the Mexico City pitch? What is it? Is it like
Mexico City is like I would say it's a big city, man. It's like New York City.
Yeah.
So you can find everything there. Rooftops, restaurants, bars. You can move around very easily.
Bubbles as well.
Bubbles. Talk a
Bubbles?
lot about bubbles, like you being in a bubble.
Like if you don't want to.
Oh yeah, like any city,
Yeah, if you just want to get your head down and work, you can just do that there very well.
But it's a big city, so not
If you want to learn Spanish, go to Mexico, learn it there.
Cool. And so, like, if you're working in that hemisphere of the world, and hey, you want to do remote closing, that's a big factor. Maybe we should talk about that. So we have, Mexico / Latin America / North America.
Yep.
If you want to be closing offers for an American, offer, versus if you're going to be in Asia closing deals for an American offer. Now, so my take on this? I do sales calls for my own agency, so I'm basically doing the same. Every 1 or 2 calls a night. Let's just call it a handful of calls a week, of inbound calls per week for my own agency. I close them, and it's my retainer client, right? So I'm basically I do high ticket sales for our agency, high ticket service. I take those calls. My calendar is open from basically 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., which is like 9 a.m. to 12 noon in the States.
Yep.
But I've always been a night owl, so that's when I actually work anyway.
You're night owl.
Before
I didn't know
this.
that, man.
Really?
I thought you were like more of a morning person.
Why? No. I've always been a night owl. Even before I did client calls, when I'm just working on my own FBA business, I would do just 24-hour cafes, dude.
The old Starbucks picture, story, so picture of you still grinding the Starbucks. It was like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Back then,
I would always find the 24-hour Starbucks in Bangkok and 24-hour. In college, I got my degree basically from staying in the library till 2 a.m. I've never been a morning person, so it's fine with me. But if that's not fine with you, then that's a big thing to consider.
Yeah, for me it's not fine.
Yeah.
And it's not fine.
And so how do you
It's like I'm waking up like very early because I really need to sleep at night.
Okay.
But I do have now my team who is helping me and that time zone, right?
If you have students in that time zone that you need calls with, like
in the States.
In the States, yeah.
So I do have my team who is helping me at that times, but it's for me it's not okay. But that's why I'm considering it's Thailand or Asia where I'm the most productive.
Yeah.
And it's not, right?
Yeah.
So probably this will be next year. Like it was enough. For this time zone, it's time to go a little bit to the Latino, so we can,
Go back
hit
to
the gas.
Go back to
even
Mexico.
more.
Yeah, because most of your clients are.
I mean, for the clients, like if you want to do remote closing, not in the sense like I think you were talking about being a morning person and all of that, right?
Exactly,
so,
yeah.
So coming as a super morning person, I'm a night owl. I went to bed yesterday at like 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So I was working the entire
Me too.
day.
I went to bed. I crashed at 4:30 last night.
And for me, it's like it's cool. Like I don't mind.
Yeah.
You know, even if I'm in Latin America, I'm often like at bed like at 2, 3 a.m. or something like this, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of closing and closing calls, it doesn't really matter because there are businesses, influencers out there who want specifically, they're looking for people in the Asian time zone. We just now announced one position in our community.
Oh yeah, true, because they have inbound calls from Europeans, and that's fine.
They just want they want to be able to offer appointments 24/7. So all the way around. So they're working with closers in the US, they're working with closers in Europe, and they're working with closers in Asia / Australia / New Zealand, you know. So these opportunities are out there.
Right.
But you need to go out if you're just starting out as a closer with and you're the only one in the team of that company, then you know you might want to adjust more to their schedule. But if it's a bigger company, a bigger influencer, they want to cover almost 24/7. So that's the perfect chance if you want to take calls, inbound calls, closing calls, and the Asian time zone to just come in and do the Asian time zone. So
there's a lot of people who is reach out to you asking for people
in Asia specifically. Yes. So that's not like if you want to do that, you can do that. But if you're just getting started and you have like zero experience, I would, like I always say, hey, don't be like entitled. Okay, like first, you know, do whatever it takes. Okay,
Yeah.
if you have a good opportunity and you need to stay up until like 3 a.m., okay, do it. You might as well change your life.
Just adjust your schedule. Yeah, it's gonna change your fucking life. Yeah.
You don't have to do that until the rest of your life. You do it for a couple of months and then you find something that really works for you, but at least you then have the experience under your belt. You already generated an income. You're more independent, and then you can switch to something that works better for you, right?
Yep.
Or you have the possibility to work from anywhere in the world, and then you decide, okay, I'm going to travel America. I want to go to Rio. Like Medellin is amazing.
Yeah.
Mexico is amazing. There's a lot of beautiful places also in the other part of the world, right? So you have the freedom to do what you want, when you want,
Yep.
with the people you want. So that's living that life.
That's it. That's the philosophy.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
About it, you can.
Yeah.
Like, if that doesn't work for you.
Yeah, if you want to be in this time zone, go down to Rio. What city are you from? You're from Rio. You're from Rio.
Rio.
Shout out Rio de Janeiro. Have you been?
No. I want to go.
Man,
like
I really
coming
wanna
as
go.
well. It's on our list.
Yeah.
We just were talking about before the interview, before the podcast, about the carnival. It's in February, I think. Yeah, end of February. So yeah, it's gonna be on the list.
Vamos juntos.
Let's go.
Vamos.
Vamos.
Yeah, you have an excuse now. You're looking for excuses.
I
that you have.
know. Okay, keep reminding me so I can.
Let's check the follow-up game.
This is how
I will put you in my system right now. follow-up.
Okay, great. Yeah, give me your script.
Spreadsheet.
Okay, let's go
Right,
ahead and get
Bennett.
you in the system. Would you like a PayPal or credit card? And which email should I send the invoice to? Okay, great. So go ahead and check that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will put my assistant to send you a
Hey
message every
Siri,
week.
please do a reminder for me in January to remind Riley
Yeah.
to come to Rio.
With us for the biggest party.
Let's see if that works.
Fuck me. Why don't I set Hey Siri up?
On it.
That's genius.
All right. She's on it.
Wow. I do Siri all the time, but I don't have the Hey Siri turned on.
Something's wrong. Please try again.
Yo, you're not Siri.
All right, so that didn't work.
You're a copycat. What are you doing in Marcus's phone?
Yeah,
Are you
that
trying to
didn't
impersonate
work.
him?
Oh my
Dude,
God.
they've hacked your phone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. I've never heard anyone with a man's voice in there.
On Siri?
Yeah. I know you can.
I know.
It's always the first time.
Yeah, always the first time. Never try, never know.
Zero.
To summarize my point that I was curious about, time zones with remote closing, at the end of the day, it's a non-issue. You can find an offer that fits your schedule.
Yeah.
It's a non-issue.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Plenty of things to close. Yeah.
It's an international market, so That's a beautiful thing about not doing sales in person. When you're doing sales in person, most of the time you are depending on how many leads do you have in a day, or maybe just one shot, 2 shots. But when you do it like remotely, it just expands because you have the entire world.
Yeah.
That
It's
you
unlimited.
Like if you want to have 10 calls a day, you have 10 calls a day. If you want to have less, like you are your own boss. You decide. You open your calendar, right? The same way that you do it right now.
You just
open from
block
10
out
to
however
1.
many chunks. And I was gonna ask this question: what is the typical call slot? Is it 30 minutes?
Yeah, like 30, 45 minutes.
30 to 45.
Yeah, and then usually what I like to do is just to have a 15-minute buffer in Calendly, like in the scheduling software, so that if you take longer, or let's say the payment doesn't go through, or they need to go and move something, or go and find a card, or whatever it might be, that you just have some extra space before the next call.
So it's a 45-minute event.
45 minutes.
I'm gonna switch to that. I've done an hour. I've done 30. I'm gonna sweet spot 45 minutes. 'Cause that way you can go up to an hour, or you can cut it at 30 minutes. It's fine. Sometimes you need to cut it quicker. Sometimes you need to go longer, but that's very interesting. And then for your kind of students, are there, how many are doing 10 calls a day? And is that like a lot, or do some people do more? 20,
10
50,
calls
20?
a day is you already like.
Your brain is drained.
Depends on your personality type, right? If you get energy from talking with people, then you'll be fired up. If it drains your energy, then you will be your mind will be like smoking, right? But again, you don't have to take like 10 calls.
Well,
you can just do like 4. You can do 3 calls, right? And sometimes I even suggest that to some of my students to just take less calls, because here's the thing: if you have like back-to-back calls, and then you feel super drained, you will not be able to perform as well. So you might talk to someone that is a good opportunity, but then you kind of screw it up because you mentally drained already. You're not listening as well anymore, et cetera, right? And also going back to the introvert thing, I actually believe it's a plus if you're more on the introverted side going into sales or closing. And the reason for that is because usually you're better listener. So
if you're an introvert,
if you're more on the introverted side,
you're less prone to just like chime in, like be a chatty Cathy, and just be like, no, I want to talk. Yeah,
exactly. So it's an advantage.
Yeah, it's more about to describe, modern selling. It's about being a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking 75% of the time. I mean, listening 75% of the time.
Yes.
Listening to their problems, letting them do the talk. Yours, okay, and then answering smart follow-up questions that help them go deeper into what their specific issues and questions are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it is really just about listening and asking the right questions to help the other person come to their own conclusion. So if you tell me you're overweight and you tried everything, et cetera, or you tell me, hey, I don't have time to work out, like, what are you really saying? You don't have time to work out. Like, you're telling me it's not a priority for you right now. Isn't that what you're telling me? So it is kind of, you have to confront the elephant in the room at times. And it usually backfires if you're just trying to tell someone directly what you think. So you should be working out.
It's a question.
Because we don't like that people tell us what we just directly say no. Like, who are you to tell me what I have to do? So you have to go the extra mile in the calling. That's a learnable skill. It's closing, right? So you have to ask a question to that person, or maybe 2 in combination, to help them come to their own conclusion, so that they feel it was their idea. Because if you don't do that, they won't, like, you will not help them. And I believe as a closer, it's your moral obligation to help someone to make the right decision for themselves. And you will not be able to do that if you just tell someone what to do. You have to ask them questions and guide them and help them to come to their own conclusion that this is the best thing they can do.
Right. Exactly. So, exactly. So, is it a priority for you right now? Is it, boom, and they're going to say, is working out a priority? Oh.
For how long is that going on already?
Yeah, right.
That you are in this situation? For this and this and that. Okay. And do you feel this is getting better or worse over time? No, it's definitely not going to get better. Okay, so, I mean, how much longer can you take this before you kind of break down? And then what about your kids? What about your wife? What other areas in your life will be affected of you not fixing this? Right? So it's like these types of questions you have to ask someone to provide them clarity on what they actually want, and also help them to take the ownership. So because if someone says, okay, yeah, that makes sense, and I really see now, I have the clarity, I want to change my life, I want to do this, they will go through the mentoring program or whatever the offer is, if it's like a done with you or something like that, or a course or something where they have to be, it's not a done for you, but where they have to put in action, they will put in a lot more work if it was their idea to do this than if you're trying to hard sell someone or push someone into something, right? So this backfires in the students not getting results, and it's just you're not helping anyone at the end of the day.
It's always better when it comes from them.
Exactly, from the horse's mouth, so to say. Yeah.
And, you know, quote unquote, sales is just communication.
Yeah.
Life is communication.
Yeah.
Same sort of things you use in conversations with your friends or your wife. If you're trying to, you know,
dude, if you like
get something, you would ask your wife questions like, you know,
dating.
to make it come up, to make her come up with the idea. Yeah, with dating life, it's everything. It's the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like if you're a good closer, you're very good at dating. Like
because it's just communication. Because you know how to go the next step in the conversation. To
like future pacing, like laying out the steps. You know, you're already like thinking 1 or 2 steps ahead.
Yeah.
So it's all like it's the same skill set.
Yeah, which is comunicación.
Comunicación.
Sí. Wow. I think we might be like at 3 hours.
We may be hitting the wall.
Wow, we might be hitting a wall here.
Yes. Somos están hitting a wall.
I'm really curious who's going to be watching that entire interview. If it was like 3 hours.
if you, I think a lot of motherfuckers.
Like there's so many.
A lot of people are. A lot of people
TikTok, dopamine generation.
Nah, but you know.
They're gonna tune out before.
But you know the podcasters are, you know, that's why a lot of motherfuckers, you know, follow me. And so if you watch to the end, comment, say, yo, I watched to the end, and then let me know like what type of topics you want to hear about more. Obviously, subscribe to Marcus's channel. Carmina, should they follow you? Like on are you just?
It's okay. Follow Marcus for now.
Yeah, follow Marcus.
Carmina pa.
Power couple right here.
You will find her too.
You will find me there.
You'll find her.
Crushing it. DJ Carmina, take him to town. When the lights go down. Thank you, everybody.